Hello, you're watching Not a Vlog, the show that doesn't text you even though it gave you its number.
That's right. This first section is something we genuinely know nothing about, and it's called Did You Know? Ollie, did you know that Burning Mountain in Australia has been burning for 2,000 years?
Awesome. Is it, stupid question, is it a volcano?
No, it's a coal seam. I don't quite know what that is, but I think it may be like an area of volcanic something.
Well, yeah, it sounds like, a seam. It sounds like there'd be like a vein of coal, and presumably it's caught fire and is burning like really deep, like smouldering deeply.
It's just, yeah, but it's like on a mountain in amongst like trees and things, and there's just sort of a fire going on. Typical of the Australians to have a fire going for 2,000 years. There's a fire over there, John. Do you think we should put it out? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. For 2,000 years. They probably just put a massive grill around it and it just exists as a barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, you could wrap stuff in clay. You could throw bodies in there. You could... I know that's like the second thing I've thought of. You get away with some decent murders.
Big time.
Chucking some evidence down there. I think it's pretty cool that there's a burning mountain. It's pretty cool. But it's not as cool as like a burning... ice glacier. Because that'd be like if you had a burning
something that
iceberg
shouldn't be burning
for 2,000 years, it'd be like, now we're talking.
I think that would be more like common knowledge, to be fair. If that was going on somewhere, I think everyone would know about it.
Possibly, yeah. Although some of the most fantastical things about this earth are completely uncommon knowledge, and one has to seek it out for themselves. Andrew, did you know Isabella of Castile, Queen of Castile and Leon, in the late 1400s, in Spain, financed the largest massacre in known history, killing an estimated 100 million indigenous people from their lands, and that was obviously the Christopher Columbus expedition, and she's considered by many the most evil woman in history.
That's horrible. Before you started saying that, you got up to financed the largest. I thought it was going to be something like cake or tea party ever to be seen. Thousands of no, but it was a horrible massacre. She's managed to sort of get away with that. I've never really heard of her, but she's killed millions of people.
And the only reason you might have heard of her is because in 1974 she was granted the title Servant of God by the Catholic Church.
Huh.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're watching Not a Vlog, the only show on the internet that attempts to comedically frame genocide. Subscribe below. Did you know that sneezes regularly exceed 100 miles an hour?
100 miles an hour. Now, I've heard things like this before, but I don't really believe it. Wouldn't our faces just come off our skulls?
Well, not necessarily, no, because you can have something go 100 miles an hour, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's any force behind it. Similarly, as you can be electrocuted with 500,000 volts and it not necessarily hurt you. You might be thinking, fuck off, but genuinely, if it hasn't got the current, then it's not going to do you any damage. Like a spark. Static shocks in the thousands of volts, and they don't hurt you, do they? So I think it's one of those. What are we talking about? I've actually forgotten why I said that.
Welcome to Not a Vlog, an endless stream of nonsense that even we can't comprehend.
What? Wait, what did you just say to me that
it's
made
about
me say
sneezes. That? I said, when your face just come
off. That was the point. Your face won't necessarily come off because it's like...
Nah, it would.
Particle... Well, alright then. I thought at some point that I saw in school how that works. So when I saw that fact written down on a thing, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. And I've remembered lots of people saying it. Doesn't mean it's any more true just because loads of people are saying it. Just look at the internet. But I think I've heard that in school.
Fair.
But yet again, not to say that means it's true, because I was taught loads of lies in school, especially about the ancient Egyptians. Did you know that all clocks in the movie Pulp Fiction are stuck at 4:20?
4:20?
Yeah.
My man. Tarantino. Not that I understand what that means or get the reference, Ollie.
What reference?
This game is called Saves the World. Ollie will have 60 seconds on the clock to solve a problem of global human importance. Ollie, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, you have 60 seconds on the clock to solve deforestation.
Deforestation. Okay.
All the trees falling over.
Okay, actually, no, I got it. Hemp plants. Hemp plants grow so much quicker than trees that you'd be able to probably cut down the amount of land you needed to create the same amount of paper and books by there's statistics on this, I can't remember, but it's huge. It's to the point
Makes
where it's
sense.
like, wait, why are we even still cutting down trees?
Who's going to grow all the hemp then?
I don't know.
How much will we need?
Oh god, yeah, a fair amount. We'll need loads of hemp. So we'll have to
What
steal
happens if
some
people
land
start growing it for recreational smoking and there's some sort of weird coup
Oh
that
god,
happens?
if people start enjoying themselves, then I suppose we'll have to impose sanctions and austerity, and we'll just have to make sure that people just keep killing themselves in the thousands, especially men. Yeah, hemp to replace the products that we get from trees.
And time is up.
So,
I mean, yeah, pretty good. Yeah,
less
that's a
than
solution.
comedic, some might argue.
Yeah,
and
that was
without sort of detail or vigor, but
I mean, you
a
actually came up
plausible-
with a pretty plausible and compelling argument for it. Not really what I expected.
if anything, I might have sort of ruined it.
We're in the section, yeah. you just... This game is called Forgot the Script. Ollie's going to have to improvise along with a scene that he has never seen. I've got the only copy of the script, and Ollie's going to have to blag it as he goes along. Are you ready?
I think so.
Honey, we need to talk.
Okay, sweetheart.
I knew you'd say that.
It does make sense that I'd say that.
Look, we need to talk about last night.
I know. I thought you might bring this up. I'd like to talk about it as well.
So what? You just going to avoid this forever?
No, I'm trying to address it with you right now.
Just tell me what happened.
Okay. Basically, we got stuck at the bar. The door became fused shut. We don't know what happened. Some say the door swolled up in the frame because of the cold. And basically, the only way to stay warm was to just drink all of the whiskey in the bar. And I know you're mad, and I know it seems like a lie, but that's what happened. And can we just not move past this, please?
Well, what the hell do we do now?
Nothing. Everything's fine now because this was historical, and we can either just forget about it and continue it together, or dwell on it. I
Get
suppose.
off me!
Okay. Don't think I was touching you, but fair enough.
Where are you taking him?
I'm taking him home because he's seen enough of your completely irrational shit.
You have no right.
Look, I'm sorry. We're obviously getting really confused here. Are you okay?
Do you really think he's your son?
Yes.
You get out and never come back.
All right then, it'll be my pleasure. You're batshit insane.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I love you.
You know what? No. I'm scared of you. You're so irrational. No. I'm gonna do the first thing you said. I am gonna go.
Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to check us out on Twitter and Vine, and we got lots of extra content over on Facebook.
There's a bunch of stuff on Facebook you haven't seen. Also check out our main channel, just in case this isn't anything you watch. We've got sketches and stuff over there which you can see, although you've probably seen them.
Possibly. And if this is the first time you're watching us here and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that if you'd like to see more, and that would be awesome for us as well.
See you next time.
See you next time.
You know, a sort of father-son thing. Well, I'd better go and let him in. I'll go with you. No, just stay on this rock. Oh, Lion King!
Yeah.
No one in any other film would get someone to just stay on a rock. Have you ever, I don't know, have you heard that in another movie? No. You just stay on this rock. And I'll go and get your father.
Yes, Mr. President. Or whatever. Yeah.
Or better still, the other way around. Like, the president agrees to stay on a rock for some reason. Oh, okay. You got it. first of all, when you were saying that, I was like thinking like, oh, what could you like scratch off to make say something else? And then it's like, actually, no, of course, all you've got to do is use the pencil and eventually sharpen it.